What's up YouTube, it's Bird. We're going over the worst proficiencies in Modern Warfare 3 today. Let's get it started. At my number 5 worst slot, I have what most people consider a good proficiency. I have focus. I would put this at a really high slot, except I have one problem with focus. It doesn't work. Here, I've got a game example. I'll commentate it for you. So I understand in this example my accuracy probably is going to leave much to be desired, but it does have a few spots where it shows the focus really doesn't work at all. I have this set to 0.1 times speed, so let's watch it. So I see this guy right here. I've got my Type 95, Hybrid, and Focus because I couldn't think of anything better to put on it. And I understand my first burst is completely off target, right? Here's the thing. I'm going to get right there. He hits me, and the Focus will jump it above his head, cause that shot to miss. Right here, I get 2 hits on him. Now, my accuracy leaves much to be desired there, but I get hit, and I pull to the right, and I can't get the autocorrect, and I get killed. That's what I mean when I say focus doesn't work. Let's watch it again. Now that you even know what you're looking at. You're going to aim down sight. I'm going to miss my first burst because, well, I'm not accurate. But, because I'm using a Type 95, I can immediately fire again, where I hit one shot, but I get hit and move above his head. And so you see, I'm right here now. Watch, I'm going to start to pull left, and I drop right hard twice, and I'm going to miss because of the DVK. That is why focus doesn't work. I've had it happen a lot. Also, I'm going to put this game up on YouTube because, well, I did really well. I think I went like 33 and 10. And you'll see that's about one of like 2 times the whole video where focus was actually supposed to have any influence. Now that you've seen that, will you agree with me that focus doesn't work? At the number 4 slot, I decided that stability should go here. Stability, what it does is it reduces your idle sway when you're aiming down the sight. Stability, however, doesn't actually change the recoil or anything else of that much value, and idle sway is actually relatively easy to compensate for once you learn how to do it. So, I mean, it kind of helps at long-range combat, but it just doesn't do enough to be a good proficiency. At number 3, I chose melee. Melee is not a bad proficiency in theory. You know, you recover from knifing twice as fast. Sounds good, right? I use it on my shotguns as soon as I unlock it until I unlock range. The problem is, if you look at my melee statistics, I have like 10 kills all time with melee, and I use it whenever I can. At least on the shotguns. The SMGs have better proficiencies. Number 2 has to go to impact. Impact is actually a pretty solid proficiency. Lets you shoot through walls and only lose a little bit of damage, at least if it's a minor wall. The problem with impact is, how often do you shoot through a wall? I think that's a growing trend among a lot of these proficiencies, is it's just how often do you need a proficiency like this? Like, you only get shot a certain number of times. A lot of times you're shooting people in the back. Focus doesn't do anything then. Stability doesn't help unless you're at long range. Melee doesn't help unless you're knifing. Impact doesn't help unless you're shooting through a wall. I mean, the 4 we've gone over so far are not bad proficiencies, they're just limited in their uses. The exception to this rule is my number 1 worst proficiency, and that is breath. Breath is crap. Basically what it does is it lets you hold your breath to reduce idle sway for a certain amount of time. But then it sways all over the place because, you held your breath too long and ran out of breath. You can't even do Marksman Pro challenges with it because you can do Marksman Pro challenges anyway. It's completely useless. I'm not sure why it's in the game. I'm not sure why anybody uses it. I mean, like, there's way better ways to find a 10th proficiency than breath. Like, I'm not sure what it is. So, if you look at the proficiencies, I can understand using every one of them but breath. I really do, but I think that the 4 that I put on this list, with the exception of breath, just aren't versatile enough. Thanks for watching. This has been Bird.